Short intro. Welcome to episode 21, Non-Sucky Podcast.
I'm Sandra. This is Stefan.
And date. The date.
Oh, today is what day?
November
31st.
30th.
30th. 30th.
Saturday, November 30th.
Just kidding.
Like there is no 30. There is no like.
Just kidding.
November goes to 30 days. December goes to 31st, and October goes to 31st.
Just kidding. I said.
All right. Start things off. You wanted movie reviews? You're getting movie reviews, starting with Ender Games.
Did you like it?
I haven't seen it.
No, just kidding.
I wanted to see it.
Have you read the comic?
I read the first comic.
You mean the first half of it? Because I gave you the trade.
Yeah, I read that first.
Okay, so compared to the comic, I wouldn't say this is necessarily a spoiler.
But it was also a novel before a comic.
That is true.
Yeah.
But the comic, the writer had, his name is all over it, but because he was, what is it called? He was overseeing it all, though. You know what I mean? Like, to make sure it didn't derail from the story.
Mm-hmm.
So, did he have that? Usually movies aren't really like that. Not all movies. I'm just saying, you know. Did he have any say in the
I don't
movies?
know anything about the movie or the story or anything.
Okay, so I've never read the book.
I've
never read the book, but I have read the comics, and the comics are pretty good. And this is before I never even knew it was a book, was when I read the comic. And when I read the comic, I liked it a lot. So when I heard that they're making a movie, I was pretty excited about it. I would say if you like the comic, I don't know about the book, but if you like the comic, I would say you would like the movie. Again, I'm going by comic comparison to movie. So
story-wise, was it like a self-contained movie, or did they have it set up for a sequel?
It was good. It was a self-contained movie, and that's why I liked it. I think I don't even know how many books. But the thing about, this is like a self-contained story. But I also have, my books also contain two different stories. So one self-contained, and then one is about, there still could be other movies. This is a self-contained story, but the books are also, like his backstory. Like where he came from and everything about him and how he came into another book is more exactly the training on the ship, because this is, this is one of the books, or maybe it's two, I can't remember. But this is a self-contained story, but they also wrote books about his backstory, more of the story of him focusing on his relationship with the other kids on the ship, during his training. Another story was like a friend of his, like his backstory, So, yes, this is a self-contained story, and it's fulfilling, not like... what is the movie that we saw?
Hunger Games?
Yeah, Hunger Games. This is more like a to-be-continued thing.
Yeah.
But this is actually a story, and you could just watch it by itself and be fine with it. But there are other potentials for more movies if, I guess if they decide to.
It's not doing well in theaters.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, see...
Because of timing.
The timing of it, but I also heard that some people were disappointed because when they saw the behind the scenes, or the reviews for it, not reviews, God, I can't think right now. The previews for it, they weren't expecting it to be focused on kids. And
see, that's what I don't understand. Like, maybe it's because I already read some of it, but it's like,
right.
I knew it was going to be about kids.
Yeah, but I think it does have to, you were prepared for that,
yeah.
By reading part of the story.
It's probably because of the big name actors they have in it. They figured it was going to be focused on them because they're normally in starring roles.
See, because in the story, in the actual comic, they didn't have any kind of focus on the adults at all. So when they had the big name actors play, I guess the sergeant, whatever he is, the higher commander, whatever, he was in the comic, but he wasn't nearly as focused as the movie. There's parts in the comic where they actually, at the end of each comic, I can't remember if that's end or the beginning, but there's a conversation between, God, I can't remember their names, the commander and then his other second in command kind of thing, which she was more the the counselor, but also helps him. And so in the comic it was the same thing, except when they would have conversations together, it would just be written. He said, she said, he said, she said. And it wouldn't even have any pictures in the story. It was just them. So you don't see anything, So it's kind of like, meh, they weren't really important in it. But they did show what they were talking about, like about him, In the movie, it more focused on all of them and their relationship all between each other. And another thing was different was one of the guys in it that was there was like the green, God, was it some kind of lizard? I'm not very good with this. But it was like the green team. They had the commander in that team. He didn't look like the character in the comic. He acted, I guess, the same, except like in this it was really weird because he's short. And he was like this little tough guy kind of thing. And in the comic, he was older, but he was also taller, and he looked older than him. Does that make sense? Are you listening to me?
Yeah, I'm listening to you. I don't know anything about the story.
Okay, well, in one part of the this is not a spoiler, but in one part of the comic, he got upgraded, promoted to a different group that they won like every game. Every game they play against each other, they win. So it's war game. It's a movie about a war game, or what? I thought you read the. No wonder you're not following me. I don't. On this.
You know how long ago when you last worked at the comic shop? You know how long ago that was? Too long to keep remember.
Okay, start from the beginning. This movie, Ender's Game, if you care to see it, this is not a spoiler, but this is about a kid in a world where, because of kids' minds are so pure, and they're not affected by different opinions. I mean, they're not that developed yet. So they believe, and I guess true, it's proven, that kids are better at commanding. And they have more of an imagination, so they can come up with different, you know what I mean? Like, basically win a war because their minds are more creative, and they can do this better. And so they train kids, and certain kids that think have potential, they train them in this like military, and if they don't do well, then they'll send them back home, and if they do well, then they'll promote them. Well, now it's kind of like coming down to where there's something serious happening, so they need these kids, and it's like, otherwise it's like the end of the world type thing. They need to do it. They need to win this war, and they need a commander, a kid that's going to command all the ships. And so, they're trying to find him, and so pretty much Ender is they're thinking this is the kid that's going to be able to do it. So that's what it's about, and that's why there's a bunch of kids. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So now during his training time, he's still he's in different squads, in different groups, and each group is a different color. Just they're represented by a different color. Kind of like a group in the military. There's like Alpha, Bravo, Charlie. So these groups are different colors or different animals even. And so he's promoted, and it's this group that always wins, so they're just seeing how well he does there. Well, the commander's an absolute jerk and pretty much tells him, don't do anything because we don't need you, and you're just starting and you don't know anything. And he's really, really mean. So, but in the movie, it's kind of funny because he's short. Like, he's older than him, but he's short. And so he's, like, looking up at him, and he's like, you better get your, like, all, like, talking smack. But in the book, he's taller and looks older, so it's not about his height and him being this tough guy. Another big thing that was different is that in the comic, when he fights, there's, do you remember him fighting?
Nope.
Okay. So he gets in fights with...
I read the comics, but I don't remember anything about it other than the kid.
In the comic, when he fights other kids, he's, like, really beating the crap out of them. Well, in the movie, they make it more like, yes, he's beating them up, but he doesn't mean to hurt them. He hurts them by accident, you know, to make him look like, I guess he's this nicer guy. So that was a little bit different because, you know, of course, it's kind of different. If you're meaning to hurt somebody, then you accidentally hurt somebody. That's kind of a big difference, you know. And then at the very, very end, I'm not going to say what happens exactly, but there's a little bit of difference there too. It was more like, in the comic, it was, I think, I like the ending in the movie better.
Happier ending or what? Never mind, don't answer that.
No, I'm just saying, like, in the comic, the ending was more like, okay, well, yay! You know, and in the movie it was like, it was more serious, you know? So, not that it was a totally different ending, it's just how they acted. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. Okay,
so how the characters acted. So that was the biggest difference. So, I'm not going to say what the ending was. It was pretty good. And it's funny because I totally forgot what I totally forgot what the ending was. And I remember pretty much what the story was about, but there was bits and pieces I forgot. So as I was seeing the movie, I was kind of being reminded on what happened. I'm like, oh yeah, wait, oh cool, that's this kid. But then they didn't really elaborate on certain stuff.
So is it one of those you should actually go out and read the comic before watching, or is it better to see it without knowing anything about it?
Truly, I would say read the comic before you go see the movie, because I think you got a better feel for the characters and you're more attached to them. So even though the movie is a little bit shorter, and I would say even probably read the books, because I can imagine if the comic is shorter, you know, then you get a better, rounder story when you read the actual books, which I haven't read yet, because there's like, God, 9 books or 7 books or something. So I would definitely say it's shorter, so you could read the comics, and there's trades out. I would even say I think there's actually 5 trades out. I would say read all of them, because even though it's not some of the trades, I think 2 trades are actually the actual movie, and then the other 3 are pretty much more the background stories for everybody.
So if you don't read it, it's one of those movies you gotta watch multiple times to understand it?
No, I think you can understand it, and I think you'd be fine with it, but I don't think you'd be as attached to it. Does that make sense? Because I think they develop the characters, but of course when you read a book and you get more attached to the characters. Because I know, like, my sister, me watching Twilight, it was an okay movie, and I was fine with it. I know you didn't like it.
But I didn't hate it.
Yeah, but I think if you read the books, like my sister loves it, because she read the books, and there's certain scenes that she would tell me, oh, this is what he's actually thinking in this part. And it makes more sense.
And here's when he starts glittering in the sunlight.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, that was pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
But do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I would say definitely read. I have them. If you want to borrow them, you should definitely read them, I think, before you watch the movie.
I'll read it again.
Which you probably won't. I think you can get through it pretty fast.
I probably won't see it until it comes on Blu-ray.
That's what I was thinking. Especially if you read the trades.
Because some people don't want to watch it a second time.
I'll watch it. I'll watch it a second time. It's good. I liked it a lot. But I don't know why I didn't get good reviews. That's weird to me.
It didn't get bad. Did it get bad reviews?
I don't know.
I don't think it got bad reviews. It just didn't do well because it went up against Thor.
Oh, see, and I haven't even seen Thor.
Yeah, no,
yet.
I haven't seen Thor either.
I want to see that movie.
There's so many things in theater that I want to see.
I wish I could talk to you about this movie because you don't even remember the comic.
I know. Hunger Games: Catching Fire.
Hated it. No, I'm just kidding.
It's doing well, very well, over the Thanksgiving holiday. Mm-hmm. They're saying it's breaking records. Mm-hmm. We went on a Monday. We figured it's Monday.
Nobody will be there. It's Monday.
Sold out.
Yeah, at our
Alamo Draft House.
Yeah, at the theater that we liked. Alamo Draft House, I don't know if everybody has that. I think it's more of an Austin thing.
I think they have it in Austin, they have it in California, like Los Angeles, and they have it in New York, and they have it somewhere else.
See, but not everybody really knows or is familiar with the Alamo Draft House. It's pretty much, you pay the same amount of money to get into the theater as any other theater.
A little cheaper, actually.
Possibly. But you get in, they serve, you get in and it's just like regular seating. The seats are right next to each other like a regular theater. But right in front of you, there's also like a bar table that's right in front of you that goes straight across, and everybody has a table. And they have a menu, so you can eat there, and it's actually not just like popcorn, and I mean, they have popcorn available, but there's like burgers, there's pizza, and these are actually chefs that make them, so...
You can drink, eat, and be merry while watching a movie.
Yeah, and it's pretty good food. The food's pretty decent. The prices are a little higher, I mean, but not as equivalent to, I think, theater prices, like,
Yeah, you're still
paying a good amount, but I mean, it's really not that expensive. Like maybe $10, maybe $14 for a personal pizza. But it's a good size, and you'll be really full if you eat it all.
$20 in the movie theater will get you a medium popcorn, a medium drink, and a box of candy. $20 at the Alma Draft House will give you a full meal plus beer.
Probably like a pizza and
wings, green chili cheese fries.
Ooh, the green chili cheese fries is really good.
$5 shake.
Like I said, they have a chef that make up the menu, and actually during certain movies they'll have special menus for that movie. So they'll like Harry Potter. I don't know. Something to do with
I
Harry
really
Potter.
prefer to only see movies at the Alma Draft House.
Right, it's just nicer, more comfortable, and you can eat when you're hungry.
And then everyone's always upset when it's sold out and you gotta go to a regular theater.
Yeah.
Well, you see, if the regular theaters would change things up and allow you to eat and drink in there.
Because, I mean, you have your
meals.
food, and you got nachos there, but then you get stale nachos. There's not really, like, people cooking your food. They're just, like, warming it up. Probably pea in the cheese or something.
And then, like, a lot of the theaters have, like, rat problems, and then you have, like, some kids who are lazy when cleaning up at night and sweep the floor and then use that same broom to sweep the popcorn machine.
Yeah.
And
Tara's in here now.
I
Daddy
stopped-
really watches her. Huh?
I stopped eating that stuff.
Come on, Mom.
But, yeah. Anyways, we ended up having to see Hunger Games at a regular theater. I think the atmosphere also impacts your feeling towards the movie.
I liked it. It was a good movie. I just didn't like the ending. It was pretty much, when you're watching TV and you're really excited for an episode of whatever show you're watching, and then at the very end of the episode you're like, okay, to be continued. And you're like, what the... I mean, of course I didn't read the books,
Well,
so
see,
I'm not...
Joss Whedon made a comment about that, saying his least favorite Star Wars film was Empire Strikes Back because it didn't have an ending. Mm-hmm. He hates those, like, the movies that don't have, like, an actual ending.
Yeah, me too.
And, like, people were upset with him about that. And that was fresh in my mind. I watched that, and then when that happened in Hunger Games Catching Fire, I was like, I kind of agree with them. I don't really like what they have.
I don't, because now you gotta wait another year or read the book.
For like 2 or 3 years.
I mean...
every day's not promised to us, so I hate it when it's to be continued. Like, it's not.
I know.
I always felt bad for, like, well,
We will...
no, that's sad. I'm not going to talk about that.
No. I know. No,
yeah.
seriously, yeah, it's disappointing not being able to finish. If you go in... For me, personally, if I'm going to go into a movie, I want a full movie that has an ending, and there's no to be continued. Because I don't want to wait.
It can have a to be continued, just give, like, an ending, though, if a person would stop right there, though.
Even me, like, even if it's, like, Ender Game, like, I've read the comics and I know how it ends, but if it had a to be continued, I'd still be pissed off, because I want to see what the director and what those characters, I want to see it on screen. I want to see the whole thing on screen.
Yeah, I know part of it was probably like, in the book it probably ends that way. I haven't read any of the books, so I don't know. But as a movie, was unhappy about the to be continued.
Yeah.
Now, as a movie overall, I kind of like the first one a little more. I know a lot of people didn't like the first one, but
I think because it was a different idea, and I really would say like there was a lot more fighting with other characters in it. For me, it reminded me a lot of that Japanese movie. What's it called?
Japanese movie?
Yeah. Where they like all the kids kill each other pretty much.
Oh, Battle Royale.
Battle Royale. Yeah, it's an old movie. It's pretty much like the same concept to me. Almost exactly.
Yeah.
Almost exactly.
Yeah.
And so it was funny because that movie came out and then it was like a big hype about this movie. And it was exactly the same, except it was more focused on the love of them two. You know, like this, like, kind of the story of them two, love story, sort of. And this movie, they were, you know, of course, they're fighting again. But there's a lot, I don't know. It was more like everybody trying to rebel against the stuff happening. There weren't really a lot of fights in it or anything.
That's the story. Like, I've heard story-wise from the books, the first two books are good, but the third one is not.
Of this?
Yeah, I heard that the third book, the story is not as great.
Is this the third book?
This was the second.
Oh, okay.
I heard this one and the first one were
better.
Yeah, that's another thing
Well, of course, when they make a movie, they kind of spice things up a little bit.
And again, I know nothing. I have not read any of the books. I don't know anything about the story.
Like, see, in this one, they kind of traveled a lot more. It was about their touring and everything. It wasn't really about the game. So there wasn't as much action in it, I guess, maybe, as the first.
A story like this, I get worried because I don't know where they're going to go with the story. And this one kind of leaves you wanting the next one to be about war and actually see her fighting, killing people
but I don't think
in
that's
war.
Gonna happen.
Yeah, but with this being a teen book, I don't see that happening either. Like, kind of wanting a...
Yeah. You know, for them to fight against...
Yeah, fighting against the man.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen. That's why I'm scared of. That's why I was getting down about that.
What's kind of interesting is this... I was really upset because when this movie came out, because I was writing that story. Do you remember?
Yeah.
And my story has a lot to do... Pretty much a lot of it is exactly this story. And I'm not saying that they took anything from me, because they didn't.
No, they took it from Battle Royale.
Yeah, they took it from Battle Royale. But I'm saying...
They took it from Battle Royale, and you took it from them.
No, the background story... I didn't have any of them... I didn't have them beating up on each other, like in this game. But my story is pretty much their story without that part. Which is really weird. It's like more like what happens, like what you're expecting to happen afterwards. That's kind of more my story. So when I saw this movie, I was like, no way. It's like exactly like my story.
Well, the only issue with that is when you have a story like that and you know where you would take it, and then when a person doesn't even come close to taking it where you would have, it ruins the movie for you.
It ruins the magic.
But overall, would you give it
Which
one thumb up? Okay. Ender's Game. 2 thumbs up, 1 thumbs up, or 2 thumbs down?
I would say...
Okay, let's not use thumbs.
I don't.
Would you give it 5 stars, 4 stars, 3 stars, 2 stars? 5 stars, loved it, best movie in the world. 1 star, total crap, don't even bother watching it.
Would 4 stars be...
You really liked it.
I want to see it in theaters.
And you'd watch it again. And
okay, so would 3 stars be buy it on DVD?
Watch one time. Yeah, 3 stars, buy on DVD.
2 is maybe watch it once, but no.
Yeah, watch for free.
Okay. And then 1's like not even worth watching.
Yeah, 1's not even worth your time.
I would say a 4.
Okay, what about Hunger Games, Catching Fire?
I almost say 3.5.
I'd give it a 3. For me. Like, I don't care to...
I think the ending, that's how
it's worth watching.
It's worth watching. In theaters, it's nice because, you know, it's big screen. Yeah. But I think everything else but the very ending, I think that's what left the bad taste in my mouth, was the ending.
Yeah, I don't think it's the problem with the movie itself. It's just, I'm probably just not a fan of that story.
What would you give the first one, then?
I give the first one... I give the first one 4.
Okay.
I like the first one. Second one, 3. Maybe close to the 3.5 that you gave it, but I'm gonna settle on 3.
Okay.
Then I finally watched. Okay, a week late, but I did finally watch the Doctor Who 50th anniversary special, The Day of the Doctor.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Where they have...
I have been missing out on everything.
3 doctors in one episode. I've actually missed it. I stopped watching Doctor Who in the middle of this last season, like on the submarine episode. Heard I only have a couple episodes to go. I was kind of turned off by that storyline with Matt Smith.
Is there a new Doctor?
Yeah.
How is he?
Well, not yet, but they've already named the new Doctor.
Oh, okay.
I think he starts beginning of next year.
Did you say yeah?
Yeah. I know. I noticed I did that. Right? I said, like, why'd I do that? Next year. It was pretty good for a person that missed like the past couple of episodes. This one actually,
Nice.
got me hooked on it again. Like,
Nice.
I kind of want to go back and watch the other episode, and I'm looking forward to the new season in 2014. Although I wish I would have saw it in HD, but apparently, well, see, ATT Uverse finally got BBC America in HD, like the same week that this was going to air, and did not change up the DVR to record the HD version instead of the standard
I see, 'cause
definition.
there's two different stations. Why did they do that?
I don't know. I was pretty upset by that. Like, I want to see it in HD.
Oh, I bet it's however they do it. If you pay more, you get the HD, and if you don't,
No.
you get the regular.
They just didn't have an HD yet, and they just got it that week. But it was like,
Well, I mean, like for other people that maybe have more basic, they don't get the option of having the HD.
I think they still get the HD.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, then why the hell do they do that?
They just, like, AT&T just didn't have it available for whatever reason.
Okay.
Alright. And moving on to video games.
Hate them.
Video games. Alright. Black Friday. What?
Go ahead.
Oh.
No.
What?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Black Friday game purchases. I think I'm the only one that made Black Friday game purchases. So, I saw some big Black Friday deals. GameStop and Amazon.
Wait. Should I buy Mike the...
The Vita?
Uh-huh.
I think so.
Do you think he'll like it? It seems like he's not into the games, though.
It's not even... It's like... The reason I bought it was for the second screen. Okay.
And it's $150 right now?
Well, let me get into that right now. The normal price is like $269, I believe, or $220 or something like that.
Okay.
And then Amazon, I was about to go to bed on, what day was it? Thursday night, and saw Amazon had a deal where they had Amazon exclusive bundle, $179, you get the Vita, but then you get 4 games with it. But somebody's having a sale right now, I think it's Best Buy, where you can just get the Vita by itself for $150.
I see. So Best Buy is selling it right now
Yeah.
for $150.
Yeah. See, I was unsure. Because I know I'm going to eventually want the Vita for the second screen, because a lot of times, like, playing a game, getting really into it, and then we have company come over and I got to leave out of the room, where I can take the Vita with me to the other side of the house and still continue playing that same game as the second screen. So you can play all the PS4 games on the Vita itself.
Are you sure? Because it says $199 online.
Go to IGN.com. They had a list of Black Friday sales.
Oh, but that's Friday.
But
not
it was still good today. The ones I was looking at. But you probably have like 2 minutes left. It's almost 11. But it's also...
It's not showing it on here.
Cyber Monday is also going to have some big sales.
It's not showing it.
I'll look it up after we finish this. So I end up getting the Vita bundle, which comes with the video game Season 1 of Walking Dead, which everyone says is really great. It comes with that Uncharted games on the PS Vita. I forgot, it was like Uncharted Abyss or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then it comes with Sly Cooper. I think that's the name of the game. And
Let me ask you a question. I didn't know that there's a Vita 3G Wi-Fi.
Yeah. There's a Vita Wi-Fi only, and then there's Vita 3G and Wi-Fi.
Yeah, why?
I got the 3G and Wi-Fi for if you want to, kind of like with the iPad, where you want to connect to the internet away from home.
Would you have to buy it?
Yeah, you got to pay monthly.
Ugh.
Yeah.
No, thanks.
Like I don't plan on using the 3G, but it's like nice to have that option. Like whenever you go on a road trip, like go to Orlando, Florida, like Disney World or something like that.
Oh, so by the way about Disney World, don't
No,
give me that
I'm
face.
waiting. I'm waiting for what?
Okay, Mike's mom mentioned it again yesterday. And
Okay.
You're still up for doing it.
I thought you were about to say it's not happening.
It's happening. No, it's happening.
The little kid in me wants to go, but then the adult in me is like, they're gonna cancel last minute. I know it. So yeah, okay, the Vita bundle.
So that it's still the little kid in you that's like, you gotta cancel.
You're gonna cancel. I can get to go to Disney World and see Mickey Mouse. So I got
Sorry.
Vita bundle, and then Amazon and GameStop had a Black Friday sale. 1 year PlayStation Plus, which is normally $50, on sale for $29.99
At where?
at Amazon.com.
So all the sales are done.
No, Amazon still right now. I checked that one before I left home.
Oh, okay.
you can still get the 1 year for $30. I was thinking about buying a second year for it because with the PS4, in order to play any games online, you have to have PlayStation Plus.
Really?
But PS3 and PS Vita and stuff, you can still play free online.
I see.
And
so how do you do that? Like, how would you buy it?
You purchase it, and they send you an email that has the code where you input the information. So, yeah. I wrestled with the GameStop.com website trying to purchase that thing because, like, on Thursday, GameStop was the only one that had it. It took me an hour to get the purchase to go through because the website kept shutting down.
There's so many people on it, or what?
Yeah. And then after I purchased it, then I see the Amazon sale went up. Like, are you serious?
That would have been so much easier, too.
Yeah. And then I bought Pacific Rim for $6 on Blu-ray. And I think it's called The Heat.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For like $4 or $6, one of the two. Mm-hmm. And then I shut off my computer and went to bed, so I wouldn't purchase anything else.
I know. You and Mike both were going crazy.
Yeah. Because I started off the day saying I wasn't doing Black Friday, and then...
I know. But you did Black Friday online.
Yeah, I did do Black Friday online. I didn't want to support forcing people to spend their Thanksgiving day working.
Yeah, seriously.
Which is why I did all my shopping on Amazon.com. To force people who work at Amazon to work on it. Okay.
You hypocrite.
And then I got to finally play Resogun multiplayer with him.
Resogun.
Because
how was that?
The other person...
I want to play. You never told me.
I did. And then you called on your way to...
Yeah, I wasn't home. I told you I've been busy.
I know. But he wasn't too busy to play with me.
No.
But, it was fun, but it was hard. It was pretty hard because we did an expert.
I think you guys just suck.
We did an expert, and
which one's expert? First?
Experience.
Second? That's the second one. I've been playing an expert.
I know, but the reason...
And I got to level 3 or 4.
The reason it was so difficult, because we kept confusing which one was us on the screen.
Really?
So we had to go, like, on opposite ends of the map, so we didn't get confused. Yeah.
Well, I think y'all just suck.
It was fun.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
You're talking all this smack, and then everyone will laugh when you're the first one to die every time.
Because that won't happen.
Uh-huh. But yeah, it was fun. It's worth it. It's addicting. And then after that, finally did another game that certain somebody else won't play.
What?
It's Call of Duty Ghosts. We did the multiplayer extinction mode where you like carry this drill, and as it's drilling the ground, everyone has to defend it from the aliens attacking until it finishes. It is hard and fun. Yeah, it's one of those where with each kill you get money. You ever play Counter-Strike?
No.
It was one of those, with each kill you get money, and they use that money to purchase upgrades and resupply your ammo and get new guns in that match. It was more fun than I was expecting. That's what he was playing when you pulled him off the game.
I pulled him off. Okay. Oh yeah, he was getting... Because we need to leave. We need to go somewhere. What was it? Where did we have to go? Did you know?
You ended Happy Go Fun Time.
Oh, yeah. Shut up.
Thought you get him in a multiplayer game. He's like, Big Bad Sandra's coming to take him away.
Yeah, he was mad. Well, because, I came home. What did I do? I was off doing something. I came home to, pick him up to go... Oh, we had to go to my mom's house. Because we didn't see her for Thanksgiving. So
what happened was, we finally got a good crew going, and it was actually getting far in the extinction mode, and then that's when you could hear you in the background say, "We gotta go!"
I know.
Ooh, I feel sorry for her right now.
And also, because I cleaned up before I left, right? And then I came home, and since he's playing a game, he's letting Kara have fun and go wild and dump all her toys out. So I came home to, literally, the house was 5 times as messy as when I left. So I was so mad. And I was expecting him to have cleaned up just a little bit, but he's been playing on that game the whole time. And so, first of all, I was mad, and I was like, we gotta go. And he was like, okay, hold on. I'm like, he goes, I can't just, okay, listen.
Wrong
this
show.
Is real life.
Wrong show for that.
No, I like games just as much as anybody on here, but seriously, this is real life, and I'm like, we have to go. And he's not going. I'm just saying.
That's when you put on a nice outfit, you walk in front of the screen.
No, he doesn't give a crap about that.
You put on a nice outfit, you walk in front of the screen, say, let's go.
No.
Yeah.
He doesn't care.
And PS4 reviews so far. So this was the first week I actually got to play on the PS4, and I love it. I thought it was worth the money. Maybe not $800 I ended up spending, but it was worth the $400. And then the camera adds a lot, but the only gripe about the camera is if you have the camera connected, when you play multiplayer games, it, like the microphone's already on automatically, so you got to watch what you say. If you want to avoid that right now, you have to start a private chat, and it's not inviting anybody to it, and then you don't have to worry about that.
So how many people were online playing with y'all that one day? 4.
But we couldn't hear them. We was in a private chat with each other.
Oh, gotcha.
So
because I didn't hear anybody else, I just heard you. So that's what I was wondering.
Did that so you didn't have to worry about smack talking. You're like, these a bunch of names, do this, do that.
Oh. Or me going, get off!
No, that was funny.
Let's go. Go. Oh.
That part's funny.
And he's like, hold on.
That part.
I can't just leave. Okay, that's funny. It's like we have to go somewhere and we're going to be late. And he's saying he can't leave. I want to kill somebody. And I get it, you know. But still, at the same time, just be like, okay, sorry, gotta go. And he's like, nobody wants to play with me after that. If I just get off and leave, nobody's going to want to play with me. He didn't say that, but I know he's thinking that.
No, he wouldn't say that.
But that's what he's thinking.
And then earlier this week with the previous episode,
I can't be the douche that leaves because no one's going to want to play. Sorry, go ahead.
And then we didn't talk about Comic-Con Austin recap. Last episode.
Oh my gosh.
I thought it was fun. Although this time around,
it was busy. I would say it was twice as big.
It was like an hour just to freaking get your ticket and get in.
Wasn't it more than an hour?
It was probably more than an hour. It was a long line around the convention center.
So let's say it's like a square, like the convention center, right? And it's inside, so at least we weren't waiting outside. So we started in one corner, and then the other part was like, there was the doors right there, so I'm walking towards the hall. Like, I see the line, so I'm trying to walk towards the end of the line. And people are coming in at the doors, so I can't get to the end of the line fast enough.
We kept stopping in front of the door and sitting there for like 10 minutes, and I'm freezing my balls off already. And they had the draft from the outside coming in, blowing up against me. That crap. Oh, by the way, I went as Venom. She went as Black Cat. And the whole time, it's like one of those... You're a guy wearing skin tight suit like that. You don't even feel comfortable if you're around other people in costume as well. So if you're by yourself.
You were by yourself?
I was by myself in costume.
Okay, yeah.
So it was kind of not comfortable. Like you kind of get a feeling of what women go through when they wear tight outfits because people's eyes tend to drift someplace and you're like, my eyes are up here. Yeah, and then people keep accidentally smacking you in the rear.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like, I can freaking feel that. Stop! I know it's not an accident.
A guy or girl?
Both.
This one guy kept bumping into me.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, sorry. And then he did it again. I'm like with his hand. I'm like, okay, no, that... Like, he did it literally, like, 3 or 4 times. I'm like, that was not an accident.
He was like, I'm wearing next to nothing right now, and I can feel that. Like, I could tell an accident's this.
Yeah.
This is not an accident.
I know.
So
Thank you. I'm glad you felt that.
No, I'm not glad I felt that.
I'm glad you felt that. Now you know. I know you're not bad like that, but now you know how women feel.
I've never gone to a woman period and going, my bad.
But now you know. But now you know.
Yeah. And unlike the first time I went to Comic-Con, this time I feel like the whole time was pretty much taking pictures and walking around trying to find everybody because everyone kept drifting away.
Well, you couldn't see anybody. Yeah, this time I could not.
I didn't get to enjoy the celebrities.
I didn't get to do anything.
That's why next year or now on, probably going to have to go 2 days.
That's
one
exactly
day
what I was
costume,
thinking.
one regular
That's
clothes.
exactly what I was thinking. Because we didn't even get to do any of the convention stuff. We didn't get to go into any of the rooms and like hear, them talk about whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't even get to see what was on the list. Like there was not even time. Like I wasn't even thinking about that because we didn't even get to through all the vendors. Like we like going in there and looking around.
Yeah.
But it was so dang crowded. It was hard to get through. See, last year I would literally say this year is probably twice the size, but maybe 4 times as much people.
Probably
or plus.
Next year,
5 times.
Probably got to go that Saturday. I mean, that Friday and Saturday.
See,
that Friday you go in costume. Saturday you enjoy. That's what all the celebrities
This is exactly... Well, I don't know about which day to go in costume or not, but I would definitely say get a ticket Friday, because I heard the lines on Friday weren't nearly as long. So then you already have your bracelet.
If you get the 3-day pass, you would have your bracelet. Like, if you get the VIP 3-day.
Well, I think the 2 days you have your bracelet too.
I don't think they give you an option to do like just 2 days with the bracelet. I think if you get 2 days, you get 2 separate bracelets, maybe. Otherwise, they probably just have you get that one bracelet for that day and then come back and get the next day.
Well, then we might as well do the 3 days, because...
3-day VIP or something.
Well, I don't know about VIP, but 3-day bracelets, because I heard on Friday some guy, he got his bracelet, and then his wife was only coming on Saturday, so since they already had their bracelets, and it was like a breeze to get through the line, I would say it's even worth it just so you don't have to wait in line for a freaking hour. You know
what? This year, we're doing the Austin Comic Con in San Diego. It's on a weekend. It's in the summer. You just take off that
Disney
Friday.
World?
What?
Or...
It's like later in the summer. Disney World's like in March. Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con is like
do you know
July.
Do you know how much hotels and all that's going to cost?
Fine.
They
Disney
raise
World.
all the prices.
Fine, Disney World. But if you buy it early...
No,
Disney World.
I don't think so. I think they know what day is Comic-Con.
Party pooper.
And my costume's not good enough to do that.
Your costume's pretty good.
Was it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Everyone liked your costume.
Who's everyone?
People... I kept telling you, people were trying to get your attention when I was taking pictures with them, and they like look like uninterested and like kept walking off, or you turn around, and smile, and then walk. You're like, Sandra.
No, they didn't want.
No, they seriously wanted it. Like that Casey Jones ended up coming back to you.
Oh yeah.
And that's when y'all left me. He was calling you. He was like, "Hey, Black Cat." And that's when I called your name, Sandra. You turned around and looked, and it kept on walking. And so he ended up chasing you down after he did my picture to get a picture of you. And that was not the first one. Every time I called your name.
Really?
Well,
because I always say, they go, because this is what they say. This is what they say. I forgot. No, they look at you, they're like, hey, can I get a picture of you? But they don't look at me, they look at you.
They don't,
and say that.
like, there was one guy who didn't notice you at first when he was asking a picture of me, and then we're getting ready to take a picture. Oh, wait, look, there's Black Cat. We can get Black Cat. And he's like already walking away. All right, go ahead and take the picture.
Well, see, there's this one guy that goes, he wanted a picture with you, and then he goes, oh, awesome costume, can I have a picture with you? And then I was there, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess he doesn't want a picture. So then I kind of scooted to the side, and it felt like he felt bad for me. So he was like, no, yeah, I want a picture. Yeah, you too, you can be in the picture. Come on, Black Cat, you can be in the picture too. I'm like,
you didn't see that guy who walked up and took a close-up shot of your face.
Oh my God, what was that?
People liked your, you had the better Black Cat costume. There were several Black Cats, you had the better Black Cat costume. Which is what I was saying.
No, that guy, that close-up, you can't tell on Black Cat when your camera's like this.
He's like right here.
Yeah, what was up with that?
I don't know. Some people are weird like that.
He's like this. It was weird too because he's like blah blah blah, blah blah blah, like not even. I was talking to him and he's asking me questions and he's just taking pictures like I don't see there's a freaking camera in my face. That was a little weird. Not everybody liked me. I just don't feel... You know what I got a lot of? Hey, Storm. That's an awesome Storm costume.
Not everyone knows who Black Cat is. Unless you read the comic books, you don't know who Black Cat is.
Hey, awesome Storm costume. This one vendor I was going to, who was making these journals, which is pretty cool, the art books or whatever, and he had made some, but he said he got locked in a room, so those are just some other ones he was selling.
If he said that, he's a horrible comic book fan.
And he goes, well, he works usually at the Renaissance festivals, he was saying.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he didn't know anything about comics.
And so he goes, awesome Storm. He goes, I like it. That's a cool Storm costume. Hey! I have this thing right here that you probably like. Phoenix. Oh, wait. Maybe you have some hard feelings with Phoenix. Maybe you don't want Phoenix.
That's a man who only knows X-Men.
And I was like... and then I just walked away because I was very uncomfortable. Like, I am not freaking
I had
Storm.
people who kept calling me Spider-Man. Hey, Spider-Man! Like, you don't see the tongue and the teeth and... there's nothing like Spider-Man. I had a lot of people thinking it was Spider-Man.
What?
Yes. I was like, what the...
Venom?
Yes.
Okay, because I had a lot of people say, hey, Venom, let me get a picture with you. Hey, Venom, let me get a picture with you. I didn't get many.
You had maybe
people that
1 out of 5 say
No.
Venom. No, I'm saying 1 out of 5 that actually say Venom. Several people like went like parents come with their kids, thought it was Spider-Man, and then the little kids had to correct them.
I'm saying the pictures with you.
Yeah,
is what I'm saying. They didn't want us. They didn't know who I was. They knew who Venom was.
Well, I told you when you go with a character like that, only people who are gonna know are like hardcore comic book fans.
I like that.
Who read Spider-Man.
And it's fine.
And then those are the ones that go out of their way to get a picture.
Because people are like,
appreciate it.
Cool costume, and I was like, thanks. But they didn't know who I was. And they go, awesome Storm. Not freaking Storm. This is a terrible Storm costume.
I had a backwards compliment like, that's kind of weird, but I guess cool. I was like, well, screw you.
Probably because they're scared of your mask.
No, it was like a teenage, like a college age dude. Weird costume, cool but weird. I just walked away. Like,
I don't get it.
I don't either. That's why I was like, it's kind of a backwards compliment, but all right.
I think a lot of people liked your costume. I would say 80% more people liked your costume, and then like 20% wanted the pictures of me.
No, I'd say it's more than from my point of view, it was more so people want pictures of you. People don't want pictures of me until I actually put the mask on and start walking around. Well, I didn't have the mask on.
Well, yeah, duh.
I know. I have hold the mask. I put it on, but everybody only wants a picture with you. And then you have like a couple of people who ask put the mask on and take a picture. But majority.
This one girl was like, I love your costume. I don't think she knew who I was, and she wanted a picture with me. She goes, I really like it. That's so awesome. Do you even know who I am? And this one guy, he like offended himself. Do you remember the one that like wanted a picture of us? And then he's the one that took a picture of us last year too. And he's like kind of a nerdy guy and he tells us how to pose and like wanted us to fight.
I had a freaking guy like, come on, pose already. I am posing. Come on, do a Venom pose. Like, that's Spider-Man. Like, I'm saying to myself, that's Spider-Man. That's what he wanted. Like, I think it was another guy who thought I was Spider-Man.
So, no, that's not the guy that said do the pose, is he?
It was a big guy.
With a ponytail?
Yeah.
Is it the one that told us to fight?
No. That was a different guy.
Okay, so the one that told us to fight, he said, he goes, okay, now, Catwoman? Oh, I mean, Black Cat. I was like, yeah, I'm Black Cat. And then he's like all offended himself, like, oh, I mean, Black Cat, God, like, idiot. Like,
that's when you could tell a true comic
yeah,
fan.
he was like so mad at himself. I thought that was pretty funny. I just kind of rubbed it in a little.
And that's why I said next year.
Because he tells me always how to pose, which is weird.
That's why I was saying next year you go as a duo characters, like I said, Cloak and Dagger, or who's the other one? Oh, Luke Cage and Iron Fist.
I would say Cloak and Dagger, but I'm not blonde. Now I gotta buy another wig. No, I will not dye my hair. Although, did you know next year what I'm gonna do? Like, so this is my hair is red right now, and this is my winter look. But in the summer, I'm going to have it black underneath, and I'm going to bleach it. I'm going to be blonde.
And so you'll probably already be blonde for it.
No.
Comic-Con's earlier this year. It's October, the first weekend of October. 2nd through the 4th.
Well, that's October, though.
Weekend right before my birthday.
So what are you saying? So what are you saying?
I'm saying I'm going to use my birthday being that week to my advantage with some of those actresses.
Maybe not that short, though, but that color. Yeah?
Yeah.
I think that'd be awesome.
It would work.
Mm-hmm.
So you heard her say it. Next year, Comic-Con, Cloak and Dagger.
Oh, snap. Wait. No. The
Too
other
late.
thing... Did you just stop it?
Yeah. No. I was like, too late. You're ready for Cloak and Dagger.
No.
Cloak and Dagger. Cloak and Dagger.
The other thing about daggers, have you seen her outfit?
No, I just know it was a white outfit.
Yeah, but that it's like all see-through in the front.
You mean see-through in the front?
It's like right here, see-through. You don't even know the characters.
I know the characters. I just know she wore the white jumpsuit.
Jumpsuit?
I mean, the white suit.
Jumpsuit?
That's not bad. You can pull it off.
I don't like it.
You can
I can't wear a bra with that. How am I supposed to wear a bra with that? How do you wear a bra with that?
You probably don't.
Oh my gosh. Well then.
Does it wear a mask?
See, look. Yeah, exactly.
But it would be cool, and people will love your costume. And next year,
my gosh!
Next year
of course they would.
We'll have a booth. It would probably get like 1 billion new listeners.
Oh, here's a cloak and dagger.
See, they'll see you, and then they will want to check out the show because you have a booth.
I think I make pretty good costumes now.
Yeah, you make good costumes.
Like I make it pretty. Dang, I don't know about that front part though. That really bothers me.
You'll be able to pull it off.
I don't think so.
And then every time someone wants pictures, just take the cloak and the...
Oh my gosh.
I don't know where that came from.
I don't either.
Try that again.
Yeah, I like what Mike's idea of putting like the galaxy inside. That's cool.
See, there's a cloak on Amazon that would be perfect for it. I can get it right now, and then I just have to make the medallion and then get the jumpsuit.
How the hell I don't know about that.
You have a full year to get it to work. I think it'll be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Win the costume contest. That's money in the bank.
Yikes, I don't know about that.
It'll work. You can do it.
I need to wear a bra.
Then wear one.
You can't.
Wear pasties.
Okay, that just covers up your nipples. You know that, right?
Okay.
Oh my god. No. I need more boobage. Exactly. I don't know if this is gonna happen.
It'll happen. It'll be cool.
Does she have a gold necklace of some sort? What are you doing? Are you looking at pictures?
Yeah. But we're ending this one. We'll be back next week. Next Sunday at normal time.
Yes.
And stay tuned for Weekly Informant.
Why are you being all awkward?
What mean being awkward? Because
normally
you do wrap it up, and I'm doing the wrapping up, and like I don't normally do this.
So please check out our Facebook.
Non-Sucky Podcast on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter at NS Podcast.
Email us at nonsuckypodcast@gmail.com.
I'm trying to get the Tumblr going, but I was hoping a certain female could work
Tumblr?
on yeah.
The pictures or something?
Yeah, and Flickr.
We'll see.
The pictures that will eventually happen.
I don't know about... I like the idea of Cloak and Dagger, by the way, but...
Cloak and Dagger. And then, yeah, we'll be back next week.
Bye.
Oh. Okay, let's try that again. With the audio for the music turned up. We'll be back next week.